Greetings everyone, Agion here with another Red Alert 3 replay, and I just realized I might camera in the wrong spot. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep it there. And this map. I have no idea what this map is. Spawn on the north side as the green Soviet player, we have Dutch Army. Spawn on the south side as the red Empire, we have CWedvin. Is this supposed to be some like 2v2v2 map or 3v3 map or 2v2 map? Because what is this map? There's a lot of economy. This is a game from a recent tournament actually, and so rather than trying to hunt down which replay is going to be the best, because a lot of them seem pretty short, they're just standard like uploads like this is a game part of the tournament, because I decided to basically download all of them I saw on Games Replay, and only 4 of them were above 1 megabyte. So I decided I'm just going to cast those 4 replays and not worry about the entire series. As much as I do spam out a whole bunch of videos, I still at least try for top quality replays, even though my commentary sounds like the top quality. One reason why how I can get more reliable top tier like quality of replays is because since I cast so many games, it greatly increases the amount of pool of replays of how many replays I can choose from. Speaking of which, we got both these oral derricks being claimed by the Empire player, which makes sense seeing he is Imperial Empire, not Imperial, with his dojo cores. Got a 3rd refinery coming here. It's just like, is this just Infinity Island times 3? Reminds me of those weird, stupid TF2 maps where it's like, oh, I just made this map the 2 fort with a really long bridge, or it is, what's it called? Not High Tower, the one that's a payload race where it goes like 100 stories high instead. Both of those dojo cores are being sold off. He has garrisoned some of these garrisons. I don't know why, but I think the Empire player has a natural advantage on this map. Since he doesn't have to read positions MCV, he's able just to mass produce ore refineries. In fact, both sides are just doing mass eco. And that is a triple. He didn't even capture the oil derrick. What's going on? This one's captured. But you see a whole red wave, or green wave, of conscripts pushing on its way forward. He still has quite a bit of distance before he starts finding some of these mostly defensive amount of Imperial warriors. We do got a handful coming in forward here. He sold off those dojo cores with no forward reinforcements either, nor can he spawn out bears or dogs. Dragonflies, as much as you want to give them head pats, oh, bonsai charge, does get a bullet, and does get the kill there on the engineer, but we'll spot all these conscripts. Jet Tengus will be a good counter to... Okay. What is going on with the infantry spam? We do got an oral deck pushing forward, and there are a bunch of gray dots here. That's actually an island. It's not actually rendered on the map. Okay. I thought I saw those gray dots thinking maybe, is there random crates on the sea? But no, there's not. More and more units are pushing, being deployed. What is this game? Now I'm just confused. Because it's... Was this some sort of tournament? Just infantry only? I really should have read what the tournament's supposed to be, because I'm pretty sure this is a tournament replay, and there's just conscripts. He will outnumber the Imperial Warriors. So bonsai charges... There's not enough Imperial Warriors for bonsai charges, and melee versus cascading numbers is not exactly a good odds for a bonsai charge. Doing mass bonsai charge will likely gun down because the backline units of conscripts can fire, while the bonsai charging only get the frontline stuff. Maybe, yeah, a small group of bonsai charges can be useful, but he is going to bonsai charge away, trying to buy some time, get some reinforcements. Conscripts can't have that mobility option. They just have a cheap wave option. So the player says expand out to these islands. Very nice. Oh, I really should have paid attention to ask and see what's going on with this tournament, because this legitimately does not make any sense. Well, he's got a couple more dojo cores. He needs them. If they're all going to keep an infantry, would rocket angels... No. Well, how effective are rocket angels versus infantry? Shinobi. Shinobi would actually be probably not half bad. We got 7, 8 dojo cores. Nice concave. So the player is still expanding out. He's also going to be making eye down south. One refinery here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then eventually 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But he does have more oil derricks. Did I count this one? And maybe 7 or 8. So their economy is not too different. It's just that conscripts are cheaper than Imperial Warriors. But Imperial Warriors are generally better. Wow. There's so many guys there. It's actually taking time to... You can see them individually being queued in the move order. They're not moving all instantly. Looks like this oil derrick was claimed. And that one was outright destroyed. I would have claimed it. If he claims this one, might as well claim the other one. You know what would be really good? I'm not sure this is allowed in the tournament. Battle bunkers. Does try to garrison this building. That would be a good hard point, but he has to be worried about all the Molotovs. Conscripts are going to be running away. We'll get some free damage there. I don't know if that's better or worse. Yeah, that's way too much. I can't have the health bars up. A couple Molotovs are raining on in. And it seems like more Imperial Warriors are going down than conscripts. Oh, he got stuck there. And the house does provide a good firing point. Some of these Imperial Warriors are bonsai charging in. The conscripts are a bit more stacked up, but the Imperial Warriors are having some pathing issues. Now we do got some hit squads of Molotovs being put in the back line since they have some good range. Though it seems like there's more Imperial Warriors here. Green needs to regroup. I think more veterancy is being passed off to the conscripts. He's pulling up another wave of conscripts here. With the higher density of quality units, it's easier than Imperial Warriors to get a... If the... Basically put, if I'm going to use paradox terms, combat width. Having higher quality, if the width is the same and there's one side has higher quality than the other, the side with higher quality would win out. and they would punch out harder as well. I can't tell if this is a modern RTS or medieval actual strategies of box formations putting the artillery in the center. The forces are pretty spread out. He can take, excuse me, can put a couple conscripts out further for scouting purposes. Imperial Warriors trying to charge on in, but they are coming a bit more of a smaller stream. The conscripts are getting all their density in quicker. So the conscripts are going to have more favorable engagement this time. Putting us in the back line with Molotovs as they outrange the AKs. Looks like Green's getting the upper hand right now. No, Red. It's actually pretty even, but looks like actually Red's coming out ahead. No more reinforcements coming in Red. He's pulling up some reinforcements in the back line, while Green is streaming more in. Let's take a quick look at Veteran C. There's a lot of Veteran C. Holy crap, that's a lot of Veteran C there. So there's a lot of Veteran C for the Imperial Warriors. Not a lot of Veteran C on the conscripts. And backing off like that allows these heroic Imperial Warriors to get some healing. They will pan out a lot. He's actually pulling back all the heroic ones. Will he use them as cavalry, or will he use them as the front line? I don't know what would be better. It may be good to have him have his other ones push forward while the heroic ones try to go flanking run. Conscripts have reformed their lines and now charging on in. Some of the Imperial Warriors are being left behind. We got a wave of reinforcements right here. The heroic one, the heroic core is still in the back line. Is that the... I think core may be a good idea of this case. Green has stretched out his line quite good. He may want to do a big bonsai charge in that building, or actually a minimal bonsai charge. If he gets put too many in there, he could get funneled into a Molotov trap. Green has a great concave, pushing his way forward. Her core is pushing up the northern flank. Green has positional advantaging. Good position. But the heroic core is breaking to the front line. He played that quite well. Heroic core is still coming for flanking round, gunning down all these units quickly. With their veteran heroic status, he's able to get lots of damage in. And now the front line's larger, and these guys are not being targeted in. The heroic core is still individually being microed. He has even now more heroic guys in there, and Green got cleaned up there. He's reforming a line. That's a lot of barracks. Not all of them are actually producing, at least he missed this one here. We do got more expansions coming out. Green... I'm not sure where Green's MCV is at. He has the Crusher Crane. There's Green's MCV. He has enough barracks that he needs a super reactor. There's his heroic core. He's reforming his heroic core of infantry. It did pay out quite a bit having the heroic core of infantry coming in for a flank. Sure, they can withstand a beating, but they cannot somewhat of a beating. But having them stay alive, their damage output's probably better than their survivability. The extra healing is probably, the healing over time is probably useful for when they're not being focused down. He has missed a couple of heroic guys, but Imperial Warriors coming in. That is a bigger wave of conscripts. He's trying to compact them. Is that the best way? I have really no idea how to even describe a lot of this stuff. Let's see. His heroic core has moved back quite a bit. So if he were to be randomly engaged at this point, he may be a little bit out of it. What's up with this formation? Like, you can see formations of a giant box, but it's all bugging out. I think the guys in the back are trying to fill in the gaps and make it a perfect box. And that's a refinery core. The fact he has not gone for crushers and things like that would suggest that it's a tournament about infantry only. It makes me wonder what all the other infantry only fights are going to be like. Conscript's probably the easiest to micro of all the if it's infantry only, because they have Molotovs and fire throws on the back line. Bonds of charge is not going to be useful, while Peacekeeper shields could be quite useful if you manage to micro it really good. Here comes Imperial Warriors. I don't see the Heroic Core. There's Heroic Core in the back. Conscripts are starting to reinforce the front line. Need some more surface area over here. Heroic Core is making up that open area. I can't even... That lags the game if I do that. Okay, so no... What's it called? Health bars. Heroic Core is engaging. There's still a whole lot more conscripts here than Imperial Warriors. Looks like conscripts can be stacked up easier. Conscripts also get efficiency quicker, but they also die quicker. Red is preparing another wave, while green is streaming some more forces. The Heroic Core is falling back. He may have lost some. I'm not sure if that's bigger or smaller, but they're starting to get tied up on each other. Does do a bonsai charge on his Heroic Core. These guys could now safely bonsai charge away. They're getting body blocked by each other. Okay, now I don't even have the health bars up. Now I'm starting to get some lag spikes. Oh god. And here comes the conscripts. Do I even want... The graphs are pretty much broken at the end of the game. Do I even want to see how many units died this entire game? Deploy some more dojo cores. All refineries. Nope, this one has not been claimed. Nor this one. Red can't go back this line or else we start losing economy. Green... If they get pushed back this line, then they start losing economy as well. I'm assuming economy harassment still allowed? You can tell the formation moves are... You can see them slowly moving one at a time with these large formations. Or quickly moving one at a time. Okay, looks like they're pretty spread out this time. Got a conscript scouting party. That is a lot of conscripts. Conscripts are advancing. At least a scouting force? No, that is a move order. It's so many units, they're having the game's having trouble moving them all. Got a massive engagement. There's Heroic Corps. Heroic Corps are just being joined the mix, not going for a flanking run. Conscripts are slowly streaming on in. With the amount of units on the field, there is a bit of defender's advantage. Green has more reserves, but red has a bit of a better concave. And there's also this observation post, which could be a big problem for green, actually. Red's reinforcements getting all stacked up right here. He may need to do a soft retreat. Allow him to reform his lines. Green still has a significant amount of force here. They're pretty stacked up. Or Red's units, he may need a stutter step them forward. Is that even a thing in this game? Because right now, Green has much more damage density with his backline and front lines able to shoot, while it seems like only the front line for Red's able to shoot. Green's also stringing in more and more forces. Red has a big mess rally. His units are getting all stuck up. He doesn't realize about his reinforcements are being caught on the terrain. And this looks like a Soviet victory. With the smaller hitboxes of Green, he's able to get a whole lot more conscripts pushing us forward. He will be forcing him back. He can't go back farther than this or he starts losing economy. These guys are starting to stream around, but it's a horrible predicament he's in. All of his barracks are dojos on the low ground, while all the barracks for the Soviet player are on the high ground, which is preventing that pathing issue. So Green's better pathing is actually probably what's winning him most of this fight. The Heroic Corps is right here, and they're getting hit quite heavily. The Heroic Corps is starting to go down a bit. Now it makes me wonder how good are Peacekeepers in this game matchup where Peacekeepers have good splash damage to hit all of these guys in the back line. And they're finding the low ground's getting hit. He's going to charge into the ore collector or allowing him to just get killed so he doesn't have to worry about it actually going for crushes. Not much of the Heroic Corps is remaining. This combat width is quite small, but he's starting his bonsai charge, taking the opportunity to try and go for bonsai charge. The problem is they're getting stuck quite a bit. That bonsai charge was not very good. The bonsai charge, they don't really have high rate of fire for the sword swipes. Maybe if one or two just stream in for bonsai charges could be good, but it looks like they're not doing all too well. Yep. Ooh. Bad pathing. I wonder how's each other's economy. I think the original ones are maybe depleted at this point. Yep, red's force is starting to be cleaned on up. Green is getting a little bit more spread out, but he has lots of reserves. Even that he is sustaining some bad pathing issues. I think green wins. Why is that fast forward symbol keep on popping on up? Now we got a wave of stuff. He's starting to work out the supply chain issue, reinforcement issue. I wonder how effective this would be. Say if you had dojo core, a dojo or two over here, and use it just for reinforcing as a big flank to hit all the enemies. Let's just bonsai charge away. But green's reserves are just way too plentiful. Red is starting to get broken up by this observation post, which does reduce the surface area of how much it can bring in. Green's not really spreading out his army. Perhaps could take a group here and just A move it, or attack move over there. Take a small group on the side, attack move over here. Getting inside this low ground garrison could be useful, I think. See, overall better efficiency for the Soviet player. He is partially microing these heroic units, but that one does go down. Taking out the observation post doesn't want that in the way of his firing line. Sit by allows the enemy to get some more reinforcements in the area, and the longer distances for the conscripts is being a little bit problematic, but he has so many stacked up due to bad pathing. He has plenty of reserves able to come on in. And yep, some of these ore mines are getting depleted. Green, I think, will win out because he also has better economy since he has taken out a couple of his opponents for income. A little bit overkill some of those Molotovs. He may need to turn off some of those Molotovs to try to have them desync their fire. Yep, and Imperial Warrior's army is starting to crumble. Some of these conscripts are going a little bit too far forward. have them starting to make their advance now, but green still has more and more reserves. Do got a small bonsai charge coming forward. Green's army is slowly trickling in now. The distance is really starting to be problematic for green. You could potentially send over some guys here to destroy these ore refineries, which they too are depleted. How is there each player's economy? Oh, red has hardly anything right now. So does green. So right now they're both having very little income and got actually a good heroic defensive line now. Last remaining Imperial Warriors is getting lots of veterancy. But here comes the conscripts. I think some of these times they just really want. I wonder if the Soviet player has toxic corrosion. Neither player has gone for any protocols. Because I can easily see somebody like going for getting toxic corrosion ready. And it's like, no. Break the rules. Or magnetic singularity. Yep. You got, I think those are maybe all heroic. Yeah, all those are in heroic Imperial Wars. So he's going to have to heavily micro them. This front line Dojo Corps will go down. And some of these Imperial Wars are starting to come in, streaming on in. And the heroic Corps does get overwhelmed and decides to bonsai charge into the group. You can throw this other Imperial Warrior inside the garrison, but the Molotov's going to clean them up. Was it going to outright destroy that garrison? Nope. And looks like they all got burned to death, and that's probably going to be game. Now he has to deal with the bad pathing. He needs to rally them all to right here and then mainly bring in the groups. Bonsai charge coming on in. And looks like the ore collector will get gunned down there. He also notes that his opponent has not gone for honorable discharge as well. Is that more or less honorable? Not going for honorable discharge. Yep, and red's starting to clean on up. Yep, now's probably a good time for red just to sell out the game. Or surrender. I had no idea what I was getting into this replay. Oh. And did my game just crash? And I think my game may have just crashed, so I can't take a look at the was there so many units and it broke the endgame screen? Either way, this is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.